Hi everyone and welcome. It's Marcie Besecker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here live on Tuesday at 2 o'clock.
Welcome, it's Marcie.
Okay. So yes, I had an appointment. If you're on my Facebook page, I put a little comment saying I might be late, and I got home just in time to throw everything, get it ready, and be able to be here at 2 o'clock. So I'm super excited that I didn't get to have to miss today or be a little bit late. It was just a doctor's appointment that I had scheduled, and they said, oh, we can get you in tomorrow instead of the end of January. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then when they told me the time, I was like, okay, hopefully I get there early, I get home early. It all worked out great. Hi, staff. So I have a really fun project. So as you guys know, I talked about wanting to do Happy Mail this year in 2021. So I was super excited that I'm going to create some fun cards. And I thought, what better than doing the sunburst technique? I haven't done that in a really long time. So I decided, let's do a sunburst technique. It's a great way to do multiple cards. And so I'm going to show you some tips and tricks about the set that I'm using. And this also kind of ties into the let me see if I can pull it up here. It ties in to the paper pumpkin that's coming up too. So I'm going to try and find that for you really quick so you can kind of get a sneak peek of what that is. And it's such a cute set that I thought I would also. So you guys saw a black screen. Don't worry, I'm here. So this sending hearts, you can see on the bottom right side, it's the little snails. There looks like there's a label and some polka dotted boxes. Well, my understanding on the upcoming paper pumpkin is it is going to have the little snail, and it's going to be something to do with that set, kind of which ties into the set we have. But the boxes are going to be an add-on that you can purchase after. And you can only purchase those if you are a paper pumpkin subscriber. So the set, the paper pumpkin itself, is going to be like an 8-card set, I believe. And I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be the polka dotted set. I don't know. So we'll see. I like the polka dots. So if you're here, say hi. I'd love to chat with you. Make sure everybody's here and alive. All right, so let's just get busy. We have a lot to cover. Quickly, I want to remind you, it is December. There's a few days left. Somebody is going to get mailed to them this cute little darling donkeys. So if you put in a $50 order, you could go into a drawing for the darling donkeys. If you put in a $100 order, that Oso ombre paper will be added to that. So a $50 drawing and then a $100 drawing. So there's going to be 2 separate ones. If it's $50, you're going, or $50 or up to $100, you'll be in a drawing and you'll get into the drawing for the darling donkeys. If your order is over $100, you will go into a drawing for the darling donkeys and the Oso ombre paper. All right. Hi Cindy, welcome. So I know I posted that I might be late and I wasn't sure I was going to be here, but I'm so glad I was. So let's just get busy with what we're going to do. So look how cute these 2 cards are. So what I did is I did the sunburst, okay, but I kind of changed it up a little bit. This one kind of looks more like a panel with all these items on here. It doesn't look as sunburst, but it is. So we're going to change it up a little bit and do something a little different. So I'm going to show you how we did this. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a piece of paper, and this is your regular 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All the measurements will be on my blog. I'm going to use the Darling Daffodil. So what I have here is the Snail Dies and Snailed It stamp set. The Snailed It stamp set I don't even use. And the dies, I'm going to show you. All right, let me show you this really quickly here. So the dies go like this. So, wait, oh, here we go. They got to put them upside down. So this goes like, oh wait, that's not it either. Hold on. So we have our little guy there. These are our mushrooms and our plants. We have the letter and these different items, and these have little holes in them, so this is really great to go with just regular cardstock. We have our bubble. Now remember, on your bubble, it can go this way, but you can also turn it this way. So, you know, just turn it. Your bubble's going to move whichever way you want it. Depends on how you want your sentiment. So, for example, on this little guy, I wanted him to be talking, so you want your bubble to go this way. Just remember, when you stamp your image, you can turn it before you stamp your sentiment on the inside, and you can change the direction. Oh, Stampin' Zoo, thank you. I'm glad you caught me live. Hi, Sally, Cheryl, Johanna. Welcome, welcome. Okay, then I have this really cute envelope. I mean, there's a lot of really cute things on here that we're not using, but I wanted to point them out. This is like a postage stamp, but it's much larger. We've got some hearts on here, and there's hearts. And I think this would be a great little label here too for the hello. I don't know if it'll fit the You Snailed It, but I didn't use the dies. So let me explain something here. So this guy goes right here. So there's your 3 dies. But you're going to notice I used a lot of things that I didn't have that aren't in the set. So let me show you what I did. I got really creative after my video on Sunday. I've been wanting to do this, and so I thought, all right, let's just go for it. I have a scan and cut, which I don't always use. I don't use it that often. But I decided, move my stuff out of the way here, to go to my scan and cut. Obviously, if you don't have a scan and cut, Charlene, welcome. I miss you, girl. Jana, hi. Carolyn, Linda, hi, everybody. Hi, Carol. So I scan and cut these. So it's kind of a pain to go through and kind of undo the stuff that you don't want, because it picks up a lot of different stuff. But this is from the paper. So let me show you the paper. So if you have a scan and cut, I highly recommend it. If you don't, okay, so I have my ice cream paper over here, and I have my snail mail over here. If you don't, I mean, and you want to cut some out and use, oops, ice cream, and use some images from, those are all ice cream, from your paper, by all means. I mean, this is cute, the little paper, but the mushrooms you can cut out. I cut out some mushrooms. I don't know. I think I used, oh no, here's my large one. So I cut them out, but you could use your scan and cut, or you can fussy cut one out. So let's just say that you want this little guy right here, or a guy that's on here that's not in your paper, like, you know, this guy here. There's all kinds of cute ones. Just fussy cut them out. That's exactly what I thought. This just made me smile, and so I chose this set to be my first Happy Mail set that I'm going to use, because I mentioned I want to send out some Happy Mail, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to lose a die here. All right, so a secret to this stamp set is when you adhere your stickers on, don't get rid of the circle that goes right here. That is a really great circle to stamp your background. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I chose to change up our colors a little bit. We're going to try some yellow, some Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to choose this paper here. So I'm going to show you how I did all of this. So we're going to first start with just our polka dots, and I'm going to bring in my scratch paper. Ooh, I have stuff everywhere. All right, who doesn't, right? And when I see these people that go, oh look, I cleaned my craft room, I can't ever get my craft room that clean. Because I want to play too much. All right, so just randomly, look how nice that circle is. And I'm doing them a little close together because you want them to show up. When I first did mine, there's a couple. All right, so this is what I've got over here. Look, this is my Happy Mail that I need to piece and put together. So I've got 2 together, and then I said, you know what, I'm just going to do this for my video, because I'm so happy about this little project. It's so cute. So just kind of randomly put them on. Put them fairly close together because these are going to be cut up and you want to make sure you get a lot of polka dots. All right. So just keep going. Kind of space them out a little, but not too much. All right. All right, so I am almost happy. I want one little one right there. All right. Even though you know you're going to be cutting that up and some of it's not going to be used, I still like to make the full sheet just as if it were a DSP. All right. We're going to need actually another one of those because we're going to create this full card. I was kind of going to just show you the technique and move on. I do too, Gianna. Whenever there's polka dots, sign me up. Little, big, I don't care. But this is such a great thing. So always think about that. I think about it a lot when you pull out even the middle of a stamp that might just be look like a label. I mean, that's a great idea to just add some color to something. So I just like, or use it as a reverse sometimes for even just a little image. Oh, that one's a little close, but that's all right. We're going to cut these up. So I'm just going to do 2 sheets because I like to have 3 of each sheet of your pieces of paper. You're going to want strips that are 1.5 by 5. 1.5 by 5. Like I said, all of these details will be on my blog, which is marciebeseckerdesigns.com. All right, so I have my 2 large sheets. Let me just clean that. Hi, Margaret, welcome. Oh, Cran, that's great. Hello, Octavia. Kitty, kitty. I love kitties. My cat just likes to eat everything in the craft room, so. All right, so what I'm going to do is you want to think about what you're going to do with your extra pieces. We want, oh, I didn't put it in this one yet. Here we go. We want a border at the bottom, okay? And that's the long side over here, okay? So because we're doing landscape, so let's do our 1.5 by 5. So we're going to do 1.5. Now I'm not worried about cutting that off first because we're going to use the longer side. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut my 1.5. And I like to do 3 of each. Okay, 1.5. And this is not going to make 1.5 because it is 1 1/4. So I'm going to go at 3/4. All right. And I'm going to cut it. Now this will go at the bottom of, and one's smaller than the other, and I don't really care. These are going to go at the bottom of my inside of my card. So I'm going to set those aside. All right, we're going to do this one, 1.5. And now we're going to pull this one in. Yeah, I just kind of eyeball. I mean, it really doesn't matter. And those will go at the bottom of a card. So I'm going to set those aside. So now I have these. It just happens to be 4, so that's fine. And now I'm going to do the same with this. What you're going to notice after we cut these is that this is going to be long, so you can't use it at the bottom of your card because they'll be sideways. But you could use the other side if you'd like. So we're going to do 1.5. Now, the issue with doing your card, your DSP, if you have a directional DSP, like these guys are all directional. If they were all other ways, it wouldn't matter. But when you cut these, they're going to be, some of them are going to be upside down, and I'll show you what I do in that case. So I'm going to set this aside because we could always use the other side. Again, 1.5. And 1.5. All right, we'll set that aside. Okay, so now we have our pieces. So let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 at a time because these are thin. Carol, yes, I had a wonderful Christmas. Okay, so what you want to do is I'm going to cut my DSP on the bottom right, top left. Okay, bottom right, top left. So you want to put your corners in there. You're going to hold it out here. You don't want it to move. And then hold it here. Let it close. And make sure your corners are good. But I just did a mistake. You want to open it up and move your blade in the middle of your paper. Okay. You want your blade in the middle of your paper. Because we know how thin DSP can be. And when you run your trimmer, it's going to cut it. So this way you can go up and down and then have no issues. Okay, so there are those. Now you could turn one of your DSPs upside down, but you really don't have to. It depends on how many you're going to do, but I think we're going to be good with this. So bottom right, top left is what I'm doing with the DSP. Okay, move your thing in the middle, your trimmer. And if it's not exact, do not worry about it. It's okay. So these are going to be upright. These are not going to be. See how you would be doing your sunburst from the bottom to have them upright. But like I did on these, I changed them up. Okay, so this is what I started with. And then the other side of this is these little postage stamps. So just change it up a little. You can still use the other side, or you could even not do your polka dots and you could just do your images like this. Okay, so you could do that. All right, so I'm going to move the upside down ones out of the way. And there is still a point you can use them, and I'll show you. And we're going to move these over here. Now we're going to take our polka dot. And I'm still going to do 2 at a time, but I'm going to do bottom left, top right. And I'll show you there's a reason. Again, I'm going to start in the middle. Okay. Now these are all fine. And the reason I'm doing them like that is when you center your first 2 pieces, you need to have them straight. Your first images need to be straight. So these are back to back, you notice. If you did them like this, you would immediately be kind of turning it, and it's just a nice way for me. I prefer to have it like this and then go outward. Okay, so that's why I'm changing these images, bottom left, top right. I haven't done this in so long. I don't do the sunburst very often, but I thought this would be such a fun set to do with this one. All right. Oh, see now this one's way off, but that's okay. We're going to use those. And I'm just going to take these. It's not a big deal because we're probably not going to go all the way up to that corner anyway, so that's fine. All right. So let's move all of this over here. All right, so now you want to bring in, I have my card base. I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight. An important thing before I'm done with my trimmer is I'm going to take some adhesive and I'm going to add onto a strip of the Daffodil Delight. So let me show you what I do with this. And this is optional. Okay, so I could choose my back paper that I'm going to adhere everything on to be Daffodil Delight. And then I could take my images like this and I could leave a space in between. But I do like the 3D effect that this gives. So you can see this is cardstock. It's like little strips. And I just like that it just gives it more of a finished look. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our strip here that I have. And we are going to add it here. All right. And now what I do is I'm just going to bring in my trimmer and I'm just going to go at that very first line, which is half, quarter, it's like an 1/8 of an inch in, I think. Yes, 1/8 of an inch. And I'm just going to cut strips. And I prefer to have the adhesive on the back. It's just a lot easier to use. But you don't have to. You could use liquid glue. And that would be fine. You're going to probably need about 6 or 7 strips. And you can use one strip towards the end, and I'll show you what I mean. Is everybody ready for New Year's? I am so ready for a new year. This year has just been too crazy. I hope it's going to be better. It's interesting this year, you're not really asking people, oh, what are you doing for New Year's this year? No one's doing anything. We're staying home and staying safe, I would guess. That's what I'm doing anyway. But I do that every year. Who am I kidding? I'm lucky if I make it to the Dick Clark special anymore. I think it's still called the Dick Clark Rockin' New Year's Eve with Ryan Seacrest. I hardly make it through that. I'm more on the East Coast schedule when I watch that. Okay, I think I can do one more. I have a little bit of adhesive left. So let's do that. Yep, just enough. Oh, I'm so ready for 2020 to go away. Okay, so what I did with this is now I bring out my silicone mat. All right, so I threw my little cheat sheet away that I did yesterday, so I'm going to show you what I did. Is I went here and I kind of put my card, and I did the whole measuring thing, but I remember from yesterday, it is about, let me find my pencil here. It is about, I went from the 3 to 3, and it's about half here and half here, I believe. So I did my silicone mat, and I did my paper there. And you only need that just to start it, to get an idea of where your middle point is, okay? So now let me bring my liquid glue. I have a new one. I knew today was going to be a new paper day. All right. So you want to find your 2 pieces to start your center. And that is this. Okay, so this and this is going to be good. And I like to put these as close down to the middle as you can. All right. So I'm just going to add I added a brand new bottle and now I've got a big lump right there. All right, so just kind of go down. And to the 0, and you can see the line right here. So you want to just go just past it and then just past it down here. Just past it, all the way to the top. Okay, so that's where you want to go. And then the same here. I have packages for raffle winners. I have some catalogs going out. I have an order going out. I have some freebies. Everything's going out. I'm getting my envelopes today from my friend Amazon is bringing them to me. And so they are coming today, and so everything will go out tomorrow. I thought I still had plenty of envelopes, but nope. All right, so there's that. I'm going to pull that over just a little bit, and you just want a little bit of a space, okay? And now you don't really have to worry about your lines up above anymore. I just kind of wanted it in the middle as much as possible. Now what we're going to do is just continue adding our items. All right, so here we go. And again, Now you have to watch this corner up here, okay? So when you lay this down, don't lay it super tight yet. Don't rub it down. I just pull it, and there's that corner. Just go back up a little bit, and now pull it over where you want it. You just want to make sure you cover that corner. Okay, so that corner is covered. There we go. It's super easy. All you really need to do is worry about that center line. I see my head's in the way again. I'm sorry. So worry about that center line just to kind of get it straight. All right. And so I'm going to go this way again. Kind of hold it at the bottom. Semi-close. You want to make sure you cover that. And really, it does the spacing is not that big of a deal. Like I went a little more space over here, and that's okay because this is going to cover it up. See? That'll cover it up. So don't worry about that. All right, now back to my polka dots. And now let me show you, this is a tricky part what I do here. I'm going to put glue all over. And this is how we save our pieces and make them stretch a bit. So go all the way down. You've got glue everywhere. And now I'm going to move this over a little bit. And you want this to go up as much as you can. Okay. Make that go up. All right. Same thing over on the other side. Okay, just leave that there. Here's our other piece. So see, if you were working on the reverse side, you can turn it over if your images aren't straight, like on the other side. So don't worry about that. Now you could also, when you're getting down to these smaller pieces, you could take one of these strips that you peeled off. You could do that. You could also do one of your upside down pieces right here. So it is upside down, but you could use the bottom portions on this side too. So, you know, don't worry about that. But I wanted to show you this part too. Is I'm going to turn this around upside down. I'm going to get glue all over, but that's okay. And you're going to do this side the same thing. You want to go all the way up as far as you can. All right. Now I just kind of try not to get that on the paper. And now we're going to turn it over. You're going to use some shears that you know you can clean up. All right. You're going to take this piece, and now you're going to adhere this over here, so you don't waste that piece. All right. And yes, you're going to put a strip at the bottom, and it's going to cover up a lot of that. But I just like the idea that it goes all the way down, because then you could use the strip however you want. Okay, I'm going to start cutting from down here. I usually like to use my larger scissors, but it's all right. All right, so now we're going to turn this over, take this piece here, and put it over here. Okay, so now everybody's got a piece. And now we're going to cut these off. You know what? I haven't either, like in a very long time. But when I saw this stamp set and I knew I wanted to do multiple cards, I was like, all right, what is a fun background that I could do and where I could make the material stretch? So by doing this, you're adding your polka dots in there. So that's making your DSP stretch farther. And then it just gives it a fun, colorful background, especially with this paper. It's just a fun paper. All right. So there is your panel. So that's done. All right, let me wipe these off real quick. I'm always afraid, as much as I'm like harshly wiping this glue off, that I'm going to just cut my finger, because be careful. These scissors are so sharp. All right. So now we're done with that. I'm just going to set that aside. We don't need it, I don't think. All right, so let's bring this back in. Jennifer, hi. Your order shipped today, FYI, just so you know. All right, so now we have this. So now we're going to take our little pieces of strips that we did with our adhesive on the back. All right, and what I do is I just start in the middle where the largest piece is, and I'm just going to adhere it. Like I said, to me this adds a little dimension. It's a little more finished, and I just really like the look of it versus having the white background or even the yellow cardstock. If you wanted to put the Daffodil Delight in the background, you could, but I just like the finished look of this instead. So I've always done this. Now I also have done where you add tear and tape, and you add that, and then you want to come off the top a little bit because you want that to be a nice flesh edge there. You can add tear and tape and then do embossing powder or glitter, or whatever, if you want to make that finished off differently. But I just think that having it finished off looks really nice. I really like this paper. It's so cheerful. I like the yellow polka dots. But like Jana said, I too love polka dots. Anything with polka dots. Jennifer, I'm also sending you the new mini catalogs and a little surprise. So that's going in the mail tomorrow. I think my envelopes hopefully are going to be here today. My private store, my private Amazon store should be delivering that today. All right, so let's just add these quick. And what's fun is these colors are so fun in this set. And like I said, don't forget, I'm going to show you again really quickly. I showed it at the beginning. The paper pumpkin, if you guys are interested, is coming up. It looks like it's polka dots. It's the cute little snail set. My granddaughter's 5, and she was here over the holiday and absolutely loved the paper pumpkin. She made everybody a gingerbread card. Every time she saw somebody, she's like, I need to make them a card. So we came in and out of this craft room so many times, and it was just for people in the house, like her mom, her dad, her grandpa. And then they went to go see their great grandpa, and she had to make a card for him. And so I told my husband, I think I need to get her a paper pumpkin. And I could either do it with her on the phone. Okay, I'm struggling getting this one open. I could do it with her on the phone, or her mom could do it. Her mom's very crafty too, my daughter. So she is super excited to get that. But I like that this set kind of coordinates with product we already have. And I think it's going to be really great for Valentine's. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. All right, so this last piece, you want to put it to the very edge because you should probably have a piece for both sides. So just take it and just go here. And you may not see that bottom part, like I said, because it's going to be covered with your little panel across the bottom, but that's okay. Now that already has an angle, so use that angle to come back over here, and it should work out nicely. All right, I like to use larger scissors to just do this part. I don't know why, I just do. Because I guess if there's a lot down the way, it's just... All right, so there is our cute panel. I'm glad I changed the colors. I'm really liking these. They're so cheerful. Oh, yeah, my grandson is too. I'm not quite sure he's going to love it, but No, Samantha, the paper pumpkin, you never need anything. It comes with adhesive, your ink pad, your very first stamp set will come with a little block. So keep that, and then your continued stamp sets, if you do your monthly or whatever you choose, you do not need it. This one just happens to coordinate. So if you look at the bottom right, those little tiny stamps, the little snails, and they have a hearts on them. That's not what we have in our stamp set, but it coordinates with that little guy. So I'm thinking, and when I say coordinates, it just looks like our stamp set. I don't know that I mean, you could always use it with the paper and make it look a little, different, because it still kind of has the same look. But you do not have to have that. Okay, so what I did is I used no, they did not. So if you want to get the stamp set, you can. It's totally two different things. I think you could coordinate them together if you wanted to. And then it's going to be 8 card kits, but on the image here, that looks like it's the boxes. There's going to be boxes that come that are an add-on. And the add-ons for Stampin' Up! For the paper pumpkin are usually $10. And so anyway, that is just a thought. Okay, so I did an inch strip. So an inch by 5.5, I believe. Yes, 5.5 by an inch. And we're just going to add that in. It just kind of ties in our pink, and I used the polka dotted one. So this folder comes with this folder, and they're on sale right now for $4 for both of them. They fit in the mini catalog, and let me tell you why I'm telling you this right now. Oh, excuse me. I purchased the bundle, the hugs, warm hugs bundle, and this came with it, but I can't find them. I can't find them anywhere, so I had to reorder these. So I was glad they were only $4, but I love the two textures on here on these. So I had to reorder them. So that's why I'm using these. I just think this polka dots again makes me happy. All right. So don't miss out on the sale. There's still a lot of items left. The holiday items, if there's anything you are wanting to get, I would just go check that out. All right, so I'm going to add this on the bottom, just to tie in that color. And now I have a strip. I'm hoping it's long enough because I used the shorter end, and it's not, so I'm going to bring this in. I am going to do the same size. Because I went the short way, I didn't have one long enough. So I'm just going to do that. We are going to take this piece off here, because this is going to be 4 by 5.25. And I always like to make sure that I do it a little extra long, because I would prefer to trim it down than for it to be too short. So, and most of my paper, when I cut it, it's 5.5 by 4.25. And so that's what I want to do. So now I'm just trimming off these little edges here. And now I'm going to take my glue and just run it down. I'm not going to worry about adhesive on this little piece. It's going to be too long, I know, but that's okay. I'll cut it. So just add your glue. Oh, you're welcome. All right, we're going to add that on there, just to kind of a little trim. Just finish it off. Just makes it look a little more finished. Oh, this needs a trim. There. All right, so now we're done with that. And so see, I still have extra pieces. Like I said, these were this is the top one, that was the bottom, but you can pull that up and still use it. You could even use these pieces and, put it on the sides. So don't throw your pieces away. They will work out. All right, so we pulled in this guy, and I'm going to use something out of my box because I already have those all accounted for. So let's see what we've got. I think I'm going to use my white ribbon. Let's just make a cute bow. You know what? I'm going to do a double bow, and we'll just put it in there somewhere. Let's do that. All right, my scissors. Oh. All right. They are cute, Samantha. And you know what? One of the things I mentioned is this year in 2021, if you guys missed my little comment on this, is I'm going to really try each month to just send out some happy mail. I'm going to try and send out at least one card a week. But I'll do more than that, I'm sure, but I just want to at least do that so that I can send out just I'm thinking of you, hello, like these are all hello. Look at, I did him in bonjour, and then I did the other little guy in hello. I just think, I mean, now the hello, whatever it is from Germany, I don't know that that's gonna, that's a little more complicated to do than just hello or bonjour. Everybody knows bonjour, right? All right, so I had my extra piece. Here we go. So again, this is my extra piece that I'm going to add to my card. So let's not forget this first before I lose my little piece here. Hello, there we go. All right, oh geez, did you see that? It jumped right up and got on my, so I'll need to add a little there and a little down here. All right. So we're going to add this to the bottom. Okay, and I didn't do it very straight, so I am going to bring this in and fix that just slightly. I didn't go all the way to the bottom is what I did. So now looks better. All right. So we're going to put this on the inside. I was running out of seal. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And then I ordered a bunch with all of my sale items that I got. Oh, you can do it, Samantha. You can do it. Even if you copy images out of the catalog, they have such adorable things in there. Well, see, you can order your seal with your snail set. It was all meant to be. All right, so there we go. We got our ribbon. Let's see. Let's put a big mushroom in here because it's really cute. I like the big mushroom in here, but with this, had a lot of pink and stuff going on. So I kind of wished it would have been. Let's have this guy going this way and this one coming here. And we'll do this one. And let's see. We can have him holding a little envelope. I just think this is too stinking cute. Okay. And then let's do, I'm going to do the pink again. Bonjour. Red. Real red. I like that. Everybody knows what bonjour is, so. And you know, I chose, okay, so this is one thing to think about too. When you're doing, look, I'm getting all crooked. When you do your sentiment, be careful not to stick this on top of the yellow, because I did that. And then I ended up having to put mini ones on the side because it looked like it was tilted. So when you do it, just try to do it that way if you can. All right. And so I'm going to, and I like to pop everything up if I can. So we'll tuck that bow in a minute. And then I'm going to put some little ones. One on the bottom, one on the top. So it's just a little hello. That's what I liked about this set, is it's just a friendly little hello. These are blue. See, we have yellow too, but I don't want to use yellow because I've got a lot of yellow already. I mean, I could, yeah, you know what, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to take a large one. And I'm going to put this over here. Samantha, you're asking for the number for what? And I can look it up for you. Hi, Laura. I'm also in California. Welcome. I am in Clovis. Do you know where Clovis is? Okay, I'm going to put one down here, but on the top part, I'm going to put a glue dot so it stays sticking down. I agree with you. Oh, no problem, Samantha. Do you know where Fresno is, Laura? Oops. Sure, Samantha, no problem. All right. That glue dot was a little crazy there. Okay, I think I'm just going to add this one, like just right there. All right, now we're going to add our little snail. And I think I'm going to put him coming out from the mushrooms. Yeah. I'm still going to be putting foam squares on, so I'm going to put my dimensionals on, but I'm going to tuck him under. Okay, Laura, Clovis is a little town, a little like a country town kind of right by it. Like there's a street that divides us. So right in the middle of California. All right, so here we go. We're going to put him right there, just kind of coming out. And then this looks like mom looking for the baby, right? And I'm going to put a dimensional here. Like he's, like, I got the mail, Mom. All right. And you could put another one, you know, if you wanted to, like they're having a conversation. Let's see. I'm going to pull this one off. Watch this. Okay, I'm going to pull that one off. And just roll. It'll come right off. Oh, Carol. Oh, Palm Springs. Whew, gets hot down there. It gets hot here too, but not as hot as there. All right, so we're gonna do a little conversation. Bonjour. And then she's gonna say hello. Now I'm getting into my animated voice like I'm telling a story. It's those days where you're rushing to make sure you get back. I was going to be so sad if I wasn't going to make it on time. So I'm so glad I did. All right. And isn't it funny? It's like I have a project already that I want to do this afternoon. All right. So now we have our two snails having their little conversation. Thank you, Mary. Oh yeah, Laura, no, we get like 112 is pretty much our highest, a dry heat, but yeah, that's too hot for me. Okay, so although I love summer, so we're gonna put this one here, and then we're gonna do the hello up here. All right, so we have more to do. Now let's see if our bow fits somewhere. I don't know. What do you think? Should we just stuff it right there? I mean, we could have wrapped it, but I don't think that goes. I don't know. I'm still thinking about the bow. If you guys see anything you like, let me know. All right. So now what I'm going to do is adhere it to the card base, and I'm going to do it flat because we have a lot of the sentiments and stuff coming up. So I'm just going to go flat on this one. I think the other ones I went up, but I think I'm going to go flat here. Okay. liquid, you can kind of move it around. Make sure it's where you want it. Oh, my paper is kind of bent right there. Okay, so that looks good. Now the other thing you want to do is, oh, important, the black matte dots. So pull these out, and these make the cutest eyeballs. So just add them on your little snails. Look how cute they are. And I just did, let me see, I don't know if I want to add this one, because this one, yeah, just move them to the side. You can see that her eyes are kind of to the side. So just make sure when you put these on, you put them like on the inside where her eyeball is. Oh, is my head in the way? Gosh, I'm sorry. Okay, so there's our little eyeballs are on there. Okay, so now, important, you want to take your Wink Stella, and what do we always see around when we see snails? All right, I'm going to bring in my scratch paper. Where did it go? I'm going to make sure that, I just kind of like to make sure that it's not too terribly juicy all over. All right. And snails leave a trail, right? So I just did a little trail because that's just how they are. I also did the heart. Uh-oh, what happened to my computer? There we go. I also did the heart. I also did the polka dots on the mushrooms. Okay, and what's nice is this is all DSP. It's not ink, so it's not gonna start getting smudgy, you know, with your Wink Stella. So I just, instead of adding rhinestones and that kind of embellishment, which is what I wanted to do, I thought, well, if I just add some Wink Stella here and there, all right, I think I'm going to do it right on her little lines, right there. And then I even followed the text, just to add a little bit. Okay, so I did that. So we have our snail trail. Thank you. Yes, Tina, normally on Tuesdays at 2 and Sundays at noon. So if you subscribe below and hit the little bell, then you'll get notified when I come on live, because sometimes I pop on now and again at different times. Okay, I'm gonna do the flap on the envelope. I just want to sparkle this up a bit. I'm gonna do the package, and I'm gonna do the bow. All right. I am good with that. So there's our card that we made today. I know you guys love the little snail at the bottom. Carol, you do. You know what? When I first saw it, I thought, oh, this is so cute, I have to get it. And then I'm like, what am I going to do with this set? I mean, I have grandkids, but that's why I would get it. But I actually, it makes me smile, so I would assume it's going to make other people smile. And so just add your Wink Stella where you want it. Oh, you know what else I did? Is I put some on the eyes. It doesn't really do anything except make them a little shiny. And it kind of dulls right away, so what I did is I put a little bit out. I squeezed a little, and then I got a little, so you get the shimmer. You don't want to get too much. And then I just add it, and it'll just dry on there. You don't want to get too much, it'll just float down the side. But if you get the silver, there you go. That's what I wanted. So here are the 3 different sets. So here are the ones I did prior. Oh, I did put it inside, okay. And then here's our other little guy, the little mustache guy. I think I need to make him say bonjour because he just looks like a little French guy. I just love him. Oh, Janet, do watch the replay. That's his little trail. Look, these guys have the little trail too. I just couldn't find a place for the bow. So, I don't know. I mean, I could put it... I can't even put it in her hair. She didn't have any hair. So, I'm not going to go with a bow. Because I don't want to cover the little trail they have there. So, no bow on that one. I think I'm going to swap it out and start putting the bow on this one. Because I don't think he needs the bow. But look how cute that one is. Oh, Laura, there's so many cute things. So for my customers, the people that requested catalogs, I sent them out through Stampin' Up. I just got mine yesterday. So you should start getting your catalogs if you requested one through me. They went that way. If they came from me personally, those went out also. You'll be getting those. Now I have all these extra pieces, so I'm going to keep them in my little file here. So I have a bottom that I did, and I'm just keeping all my little pieces in here, so I will use them. Even if I colored, did the red and the yellow on the same card, I would still do that. So any pieces like this, I'm going to keep in here. My cardstock, oops, forgot one. Again, don't throw away your little circle, okay? I think so, Janet, too. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Again, don't forget, I am doing a paper share. I'd love for you guys to join me. So it'll be for $40. You'll get 132 6x6 pieces of paper. So the 12x12s will be cut down. You'll get a quarter of a package. And so you'll get a little bit of everything. And then the 6x6 pieces there's 4 sets in a pack. So you'll get a full set, one of each piece. So that's 12 pieces from each pack. So $5 shipping if you're in the US. And PayPal only. Go ahead and message me if you're interested, and then I will do a PayPal invoice to you for this. My website is not set up to accept payments quite yet. I haven't done anything to do that, and I just decided to start doing that. So again, if you want to purchase anything from me through December, use my code and you will go into a drawing. On my blog, which is marciebeseckerdesigns.com, at the top, that is where you're going to find the Join My Team and the Paper Pumpkin. On the right side is my online store. Below that is always the host code. So if you could use the host code, I would really appreciate it. If your order is more than $150, please do not use my host code, because you will be creating your own party and you don't need a code, but you'll get all of the benefits yourself. If you are interested in joining, I would suggest waiting until January 5th, and you will receive 200 sheets of 6x6 paper. So these packages of paper are going to be by color family. So you're going to get a regal, a subtle, the in colors, etc. So you're going to get a lot of paper, and it's really, really nice paper. And if I could remember where mine's at, I would pull it out and show you, but I have to find it. So once I clean my room up, I'll find it and show it to you again. But there is a video that I did post it on there that you can see it, what it looks like. So if you're interested in that. You guys are so welcome. Yeah, Marianne, don't throw the circle away. Anytime you see the inside of a stamp that you can take away, if sometimes these are bigger, like the inside of a label, They don't want that hollow part there because when you stamp, you can get ink on it. Keep that, because if this was a little heart or a flower or whatever, you could stamp it onto a reverse image on a plain rubber stamp like this. So if it's a little bit bigger, those are always great to keep. Thank you. Okay, guys, so in closing really quickly, I wanted to share with you that if you guys can subscribe, share, and like, I would so appreciate that. That does help my YouTube channel a lot. It keeps it up and current, and so people can see it. As a demonstrator, can we order that paper that can... Linda, I think by the end of the month, I think you can, because we were able to order it as a demonstrator. So if your guys aren't a demonstrator and you decide to sign up now, yes, you can order that paper and also the new items before January 5th. So that's a thought if you want to do that. But if you're already a demonstrator, yes, go on and I don't remember what it's called, but I think it's called a sample pack or something like that. So look that up. All right, and then my YouTube lives are Tuesdays at 2 o'clock and Sundays at noon. And randomly, I do try to come on and do another project here and there for you. Linda, message me and I will look it up for you, because I ordered it so I can look it up. But try and put in paper sample, and I think it'll come up for you. So please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll get notified when I do come live, because there are times I come on that are not scheduled. So that would be awesome to have you guys chat. This is like my favorite part of the week, is visiting with you guys. Okay, so this is my new January code. I switched it out on my blog. I think it does say January still. It might, or did I change that? It could still say December, and that's fine. Those both parties are open right now, but I will be closing December this week. And I will be doing a drawing on Sunday. Sunday, I will announce my December winners for the Darling Donkey stamp set and the ombre paper and Darling Donkey stamp set. If there's orders over $100, you'll go in that drawing. Okay, so next, where am I? Here we go. Marcie Besecker Designs is my Facebook page. I'd love to have you guys go over there. I did post last night on there that I might be late today. That's kind of where you're going to get that kind of information. And I will post saying, hey, going live later today, or different things like that. So, and also that's a great place to ask questions if you have any. Oh, Tina, thank you so much. Linda, if you can't find that number, let me know. Oh, Laura, thank you so much for sharing. You guys are awesome. All right, and the last thing that I can't even see down there anymore. Oh, yes, join my team. I'd love to have you. Somebody was asking about joining today and some questions about it. And there is really no obligation. Then there is a quote. But if you think you might be able to do it, give it a try. If you join now, you'll have until the end of March. And then, okay, Linda, I'll look it up for you, and I'll post it down below as soon as this is over. I'll post it below. And if you can hit your $300 in quota, then great. But they also give you a month after. So April would be your month that it's like, okay, this is the last month. But then it's also the new quarter. So you'd have to make up the rest of your last quarter and then your new quarter. If you decide to join, it's $99 for $125 in product. If it's after January 5th, you're going to get all that paper for free. If it's before then, you can buy that paper now. You can also get all the new items now. And if it doesn't work for you, if it's something that you've tried and it doesn't work, then you're a customer. So don't stress out about it. It's totally worth the discount and all the great projects and stuff you'll see on the demonstrator website. And it's a great community to ask questions and share items. And it is just a lot of fun. Thank you, Carol. All right, everybody, if you have any questions, Message below. Obviously, coming back to YouTube and commenting on my video really helps me out. Even if you're a demonstrator, if you don't do videos, even if you do, I try to comment on other people's. I also give a thumbs up. We want Stampin' Up stuff to be up at the top and seen by other people, and it's just really helps our community. Donette, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love seeing new people comment that I haven't seen in a while or at all. So I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, everybody, have a fantastic New Year. I will probably be on, is New Year's Friday? Yeah, that's my wedding anniversary. So I probably won't be on that day, but I will be back on Sunday, if not before then. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Be safe, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye.